けばいい新たなステージは神に挑む場所情熱猛烈ダイナミックレッツゴーゴー大パニック負けると強くなる身の程知らずには後悔とか限界とかないもんそうです超絶ダイナミックレッツゴー Yes 連打機か見せて武者震いすげえことが待ってるんだぜ
RsChaosmaster Brian here. How's it going? Today I'm going to do my Ask Me Anything response video. Let's start out with a question that probably all of you have, that no one has specifically asked me yet, but I think it is a relevant question. Well, I thought it was pretty entertaining, to be honest with you. I thought it had a lot of comedy aspects. I feel like it was very reminiscent of both Dragon Ball Episode 1 and Dragon Ball Z Episode 1, where not much happened, you know? But I really enjoyed the interaction between Goku and Goten. You know, that's something that we really have not seen yet, you know, the father-son interaction, minus at the tournament in the Buu Saga. Well, at the beginning of the Buu Saga, I guess it's technically the World Tournament Saga, but that was really fun for me, at least. I enjoyed it. I thought the animation was pretty darn good. I thought it was interesting that they chose not to reanimate the like epilogue of the episode where it was Buu versus Goku. They decided to keep it the same animation style as what it was. So I thought that was an interesting choice, and I think it worked. Now, I liked the character design for pretty much all the characters, Videl, all that. I thought the opening was absolutely awesome. I really liked that all the fighters are in the opening. You know, Krillin was in there, so was Tien and Yamcha. That's already more than they were ever shown in GT. It just seems like it's going to be a much more thought out and better series than Dragon Ball GT. I guess we'll see. If I have to make a prediction on it, I think what's going to happen is probably within the next, let's say within the first 20 episodes, they're going to get through probably Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F. Then probably the next 25 will be them going to the Universe 6. And probably after that, I mean, I still think that they're going to branch out to a full-on sequel post End of Z era, with hopefully with Pan, but I guess we'll have to see about that. So that was my overall impressions of Dragon Ball Super. Now, rating wise, I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. Not much happened, so it's hard to go any higher than that. But it's great the Dragon Ball is back on the air. Now, I will say I watched the whole thing raw, which means that it didn't even have English subtitles, and I still found it absolutely hilarious. So, I think you guys will definitely enjoy it. What else? I feel like Dragon Ball Super, the first episode, was kind of like trying to be similar to the other shonen animes that are on right now, like Fairy Tail and Naruto, and that adding a little bit more comedy than Z had, more like Dragon Ball. Okay, so the first user question is from Dragon Ball Z Fangirl 2260. Well, to answer this question, I'm gonna have to go back probably 5 or 6 years ago. Um, it was probably my junior year in college, and I was making a music video for um, just to put up on YouTube. I really liked this one song that I had heard from Narnia, Prince Caspian, and I thought it fit really, really well with Goku's death scene. And so I made this video, and Campwise helped me with this video, and I thought it turned out pretty good, but unfortunately they blocked the audio on it. That was my first experience making any kind of video and putting it up on YouTube. Unfortunately, I got another experience to make another video when someone, I'm not going to use their name, but they were supposedly a big diehard Steelers fan, and they would just absolutely criticize anyone who was against the Steelers, which, granted, I'm not a big Ravens fan either, or any of the team's fans, but I won't absolutely bash the hell out of you like this user did. So I got my second chance to make a video when he criticized me and said I wasn't a true Steelers fan, and I think I pretty much embarrassed him in that video. So that was my second chance to do a YouTube video. But when I really decided to make this channel was after browsing other anime channels, such as For Neverworld, B-Dub the Anime Master, and their channels were absolutely spectacular. However, I just didn't think that they were what's the word I'm looking for? Branding specifically towards one thing. Like they weren't targeting a specific market on YouTube. And I decided that I wanted to be the one that was mostly a Dragon Ball Z channel. That's my favorite show in that. And I decided that I could make a YouTube channel that was specifically geared towards Dragon Ball Z. And I thought, and I'm going to be honest with you here, at the beginning, I think I did that. Now, I think I'm starting to branch out where I'm more like B-Dub's channel or For Neverworld. The problem is when I first started YouTube, my YouTube channel about 2 years ago, I wasn't really into anime like I am now. Like, I was still searching for replacements for Dragon Ball Z, like other shows to watch. And I had Bleach and Yu Yu Hakusho. I can't think of if there was that many other animes, but probably about a year ago, that anime list started increasing and increasing, where I could just be strictly a Dragon Ball Z channel, but I also have these other interests in other animes such as Sword Art Online, which is now my number 2 favorite anime. I mean, 2 years ago, I'd never even heard of Sword Art Online, so for it to be that high up on my anime list is just absolutely astounding to me when I think about it, because Bleach was there before Sword Art, and Bleach has fallen all the way to number 4 or 5 on my list. And talking more about this, Fairy Tail wasn't on my top 10 list when I started this channel. I don't even think I had heard of Fairy Tail. It's now right behind Sword Art. And then One Piece, I know I talked about it when I was doing my first few videos of Dragon Ball Z, that One Piece, I did not like One Piece. I couldn't stand One Piece. I didn't understand why people liked One Piece. And it's in my top 5 now. Now, I think it's important to understand why originally I didn't like One Piece. And the reason why is when I watched it, it was on Toonami, and it was the 4Kids dub. So it was extremely childish. I was probably a freshman or sophomore in college, and it just seemed really, really dumb to me. But Funimation, when they took it over and they started dubbing it, it revived it pretty much. I feel like it revived the show here in the United States. And I just started watching One Piece about a year ago, and it really caught my interest. Now, the one that I watched that I just could not get into is Naruto. I don't know why. There's just something about it. But yeah, that's my answer for that question. Let's see what else we have. The next question is from Gur Nation, and it is actually regarding One Piece. This is a pretty good question, actually. I have all the collections so far. I'm up to collection number 13. But something that you guys probably have realized by now watching my channel is I am a very impatient bastard. Like, I am a fucking asshole when it comes to this. If I can get something sooner than later, I will pay the extra money for it. So, with that known, the voyages probably are more for me because I don't want to wait till a year or two after the episodes have already aired to see them. So I've started picking up the voyages now. I just got the first voyage that I picked up was Voyage 6 Part 5, I believe, and Voyage 7 is coming, Season 7 Voyage 1. And I'm going to be continuing on with the voyages because, like I said, I don't want to wait. But I'm not going to backtrack and get the voyages that are before Collection 13. Instead, I'm just going to buy the collections until I'm caught up to the voyages. And then the voyages are just going to be what continues the series for me. So, to answer that question, I honestly think that it just depends what you want. If you want the series as soon as possible, then the voyages are better. If you want more episodes and more bang for your buck, then the collections are better. Now, looking at the voyages and the collections, I honestly feel that the voyages have the better box art on them. So, if you're someone that likes the art on the DVDs or Blu-rays, then I would recommend going with the voyages. But the other question that Gur Nation asks is, this is a little bit more of a tough question because my initial response to that would be yes, but I also have to think. Dragon Ball Z Kai, the Buu Saga, still has not been announced. It still is unknown if we're even getting it. Although, I can tell you right now, I've talked to three voice actors. That is Chris Sabat, Sean Schemmel, and Chuck Huber. And all of them have said that they are done with their dubbing for Dragon Ball Z Kai the Buu Saga. So, what does that make me think? Well, it makes me think Funimation is waiting for a big event to announce it. Probably like, I don't know, like San Diego Comic-Con. So, if they do announce Dragon Ball Z Kai the Buu Saga at San Diego Comic-Con, then I don't think they're going to put Dragon Ball on Blu-ray until they've literally run out of material to do, especially since Dragon Ball, unfortunately, is a less of a seller than Dragon Ball Z. I think Dragon Ball GT is below Dragon Ball. I hope. But, so if Dragon Ball Z Kai the Buu Saga gets announced this year, then no, I do not think Dragon Ball will be put on Blu-ray. If it doesn't get announced this year, then it's possible it could be on Blu-ray. But we also have to think, okay, let's say they announce Dragon Ball Z Kai the Buu Saga. Well, they're going to release probably 6 or 7 volumes, 6 or 7 parts. Then they're going to turn them into collections, which will be 3 or 4 collections. Well, probably as soon as they get done with the parts, they're going to release Dragon Ball Super. So you're talking 150 episodes of that series. So unless they decide that they want to release Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z Kai Buu Saga and or Dragon Ball Super at the same time, then Dragon Ball on Blu-ray is probably not going to happen. Honestly, my personal opinion on this is that Dragon Ball on Blu-ray, although it would be nice, the blue bricks overall were not as bad as Dragon Ball Z orange bricks were, and they don't have to do a Blu-ray release of Dragon Ball. Now, they might decide to do it anyways, but I don't know if I'd even buy it if they released it on Blu-ray. Now, I've told you guys in multiple videos before that Dragon Ball's best release right now is the single volumes. Because, again, the blue bricks have issues with them that the single volumes don't have. Now, I would hope that if they do decide to put Dragon Ball on Blu-ray, they put the Dragon Ball Dragon Box Masters on Blu-ray as opposed to widening it out and, I don't know, pretty much just transferring the blue brick onto Blu-ray with widescreen. I wouldn't be a fan of that. So, yeah, that's my answer to Gur Nation's question. The next question is from D. Bry. This is a interesting question. Not one I would expect to get on a Q&A. But my answer is pretty simple. I prefer the way that it was in Dragon Ball Z. I think it looks better. The way it was in Battle of Gods, the design, I don't know, it just seemed off for Marin. Especially, even though I don't like GT, and I'm not a fan of GT, that character design of Marin from GT still had the bows. So it not having the bows in Battle of Gods just seemed weird. I understand why they did it. They probably wanted a different character design just to make it new, possibly for merchandise purposes in the future. Probably why they put Gohan in a tracksuit for Resurrection of F. Another chance to sell a Gohan figure. Because I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but ratings in Japan don't really matter. It's based on merchandise sales. So the ratings for the TV show could be so-so, but if the merchandise is selling and they have the opportunity to produce more merchandise and sell more merchandise, that's what it's about in Japan. So yeah, that's probably why they decided to change the character designs of like Gohan and Marin and do another transformation for Goku. More merchandise opportunities, so yeah. Okay, the next question is from the Android 3K. Wow. This is a difficult question, and I had to think about it a little bit before I answered it. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm a huge fan of indoor water parks. I would much rather go to an indoor water park than a amusement park and ride roller coasters and that. So losing my ability to swim would not be a good thing, considering how much I love indoor water parks. But when I thought about it, there is something I would be willing to give up my ability to swim for, and it'd be this. I've talked to you guys about, even in this video, how impatient I am. And I think I've said it in other videos before. I am an impatient bastard. So, the ability I would give up the power that I would give up my ability to swim for would be to instantaneously, as soon as something was announced, to have it in its final product form. So a good example of this would be Super Smash Bros. So when it was announced at E3 3 years ago, if I could have instantly had it in my hands in the final product form to play before anyone else, I would give it up. So Sword Art Online 2, to get the whole series back in, when would it have been? June of last year, dubbed before anyone else. Yes, I would give up my ability to swim for a power like that. And it would be on anything. Not just video games, not movies, not just TV series, but movies too. To have Avengers already in my hands instantly as soon as it was announced 3 years ago. To already have Captain America Civil War instantly. Yeah, I would give up my ability to swim for something like that. It's kind of a weird answer because, yeah, it doesn't strengthen me at all or anything like that. But yeah, I would give up my ability to swim for a power like that. Okay, and the last and final question is from Dragon Ball Z Fangirl 2260. I left this question as last for a reason, because I think it's a great way to end this video. The question is, that's a very good question. So, in December of 2013, I received from my best friend, who you guys do not know yet, he doesn't have a YouTube channel or anything like that, a Son Goku Figure Art Zero Goku. Okay? So at that time, I was collecting the Bandai Irwin type Dragon Ball Z figures. And I put my Son Goku box next to this, and I was like, wow, look at how far the figures have come from 10 years ago. And I started thinking, maybe the figures that I was going after aren't the ones that are the most adult-like and look the best. And when I'm collecting these figures, a big reason is to add to the presentation of my room and to the collection of my overall anime fandom, as well as to easily show off that I'm a big fan of Dragon Ball Z. You walk to that door, you can already tell that Dragon Ball Z is number one, you know, one of my number one hobbies, I guess I would say. So I started thinking about it, and I wasn't sure if I was going to go with the Figure Arts Zeros or just keep collecting the ones that I was collecting, which you guys can actually go back into the history of my videos and see the figures I'm talking about. But I went to Colossal Con last year. That's right, last year in 2014. And Son Goku, Super Saiyan Son Goku was there. I bought it, and I was just amazed at how much more accurate it was to the show, how much nicer of package and overall presentation it was. And I also, the second day I bought Vegeta. right? Is that right? Let me make sure. Yeah, I bought Vegeta. And again, same thing. Well, when I got him home and I stuck him next to these other figures, I was like, wow, these just don't fit anymore. So I sold all the ones that I had before, and I got quite a bit of money because I had some really old and rare ones, like the Bardock Goku combo pack, which goes for $500. So I sold that and easily started being able to build up my SH Figure Arts collection. But one of the things that was in the back of my mind is, do I want to buy all of them, or do I just want to buy specific ones? Well, I got back from Colossal Con and went to Barnes & Noble's, and Frieza and Cell were there, and I had passed up on these probably 2 or 3 times, trying to contemplate, do I want to stick with the old figures I have, or do I want to get the new ones? And I don't know why, but something just told me that if I don't buy these now, I'm not going to have a chance to buy them again. So, coincidentally, or ironically, I got a coupon in the mail for 20% off of one item, and I bought Cell and Frieza. And I'm pretty glad I did, because the next time I went there was probably 4 or 5 Friezas, but I went there again like 2 weeks later and they were all gone. So I don't know why I thought, hey, if I don't buy this now, I'm not gonna have it, but I did. And after I bought Cell and Frieza and started my collection and got rid of the old ones, I realized that I wanted to own every single SH figure art. And the packaging, the actual figures themselves, and everything, I just think is far superior to any of the product lines that are out there for Dragon Ball Z. Even the ones that DBZ Fangirl has shown me. They're really, really nice if you take them out of the package. But if you don't take them out of the package, then I just think that they don't have the overall display and packaging that SH Figure Arts does. Even Figure Arts Zeros, I don't feel that they have the same packaging and the overall added display value to a collection. So, yeah, that's my thought about it. And some of the figures that other people have had for Dragon Ball Z, a lot of them just come in regular boxes. They don't have like a display window. They're kind of like my Mexico Goku, which, okay, it's just a box. But the reason that I got Mexico Goku is, again, I'm trying to collect them all. So whether I like that packaging choice or not, it's still one. And if I'm trying to collect them all, if I don't have it, I don't have them all. So I'm really hopeful that San Diego Comic-Con, the same one that is the same as the Mexico Goku, is going to be your standard packaging, your display window and that, because if it's not, I'm going to be kind of disappointed, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, that will end my AMA. However, stay tuned, guys, because there's a surprise at the end of this video. I hope you guys stuck around like I asked you to, because this will be the final part of my video. And here it is. You have the opportunity to win something. You can either win this, which is already assembled. It's a Goku. I actually unboxed it. The reason why I've decided to get rid of this is that it doesn't fit in my collection. And with how much stuff I have in my collection, I barely have enough room to figure out where to put stuff that does fit in my collection. So something like this just doesn't fit. Now, it's already been opened, but I've already put it together, so it's a nice little display Goku. You have, or you could choose this if you wanted. It's the Super Saiyan Goku pop vinyl. Wish I had more light. There we go. Super Saiyan Goku Pop Vinyl. Or this. It's the Dragon Ball Z Saiyan Scouter for Goku. Or, sorry, with Goku on the package. It's the blue Scouter, so it's Vegeta Scouter. So, in order to win this, and this is in celebration of San Diego Comic-Con, because I don't normally do the prize thing anymore, because I just don't have the participation, but maybe you guys can convince me to change my mind and start offering prizes more often. But, in order to win this, what you have to do is this, which, before I explain, let me give you guys some relevant information. So, my top 5 anime is One Piece, followed by Bleach, followed by Fairy Tail, then Sword Art Online, followed by Dragon Ball Z. So, in order to win the prize, you have to tell me which one of these animes you feel is an outlier, just doesn't fit with the rest of them in my top 5. The one that can come up with the best explanation of which one of these just doesn't fit in my top 5 will win one of these 3 items, whichever one you choose or want. So for that, I want you to put the response in the comments below in this video. And the one that can come up with the best response, or what I feel is the best response, whether it's the one that I feel is the most most of an outlier and doesn't fit, or not, the one that can come up with the best response of the one that you feel just doesn't fit in my anime collection, or anime top 5, not my anime collection, anime top 5, will get one of these 3 prizes. So, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Thumbs up if you like this video. If you guys do like this video, it's another opportunity to do something like this again later on. But other than that, we'll talk to you later, YouTube. Thanks. Bye. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you click the button right here, it'll link you to my last video. Also, if you do not have me followed at Twitter, click the button that's right here. You can circle me at Google+. Also, I have a new Facebook page for the channel, so you can click the button that's right here, and it'll link you to that. If you like my video, thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, just click the button that's right here, guys. It's as simple as that. And thanks for watching, YouTube. We'll talk to you later. Bye.